Okay, so today is February 22nd at 12:38 a.m. We're on part 144. Line 18A, 3z, nuclear reactors, lithium, magnesium, metals, resistivity UFO, 5G Wow Seti. There's the alien radio signal there. Here's a picture of an experimental breeder reactor 2, which served as the prototype for the integral fast reactor. It says, quote, the integral fast reactor, which is originally advanced liquid metal reactors, designed for a nuclear reactor using fast neutrons and no neutron moderator, a fast reactor. It's a liquid metal cooled nuclear reactor, liquid metal fast reactor, or LMFR. It is an advanced type of nuclear reactor where the primary coolant is a liquid metal. Liquid metal cooled reactors were first adapted for nuclear submarines, and they've been used for power generation applications, and they allow a much higher power density than traditional coolants, but they do have problems with their inspections because of the way they're made. So the Maya says to use lithium and magnesium for your metals. I'm not sure what that means. So it says read gamma ray of 2.7 MeV followed by a beta decay to form magnesium 24. Of course, these are keywords that came up during this, so I pulled out whatever key details I found in the data, okay? Another thing that comes up is liquid metal cooled reactors. This is a PDF file, experience in design and operation. It's from www.iaea.org. They talk about liquid metal cooled fast reactors, level impurities, manganese, europium, and lithium, and niobate. So basically when I Googled it, this is what came up. So nuclear fuel, I looked it up. Metal fuels have been used in water reactors and liquid metal fast breeder reactors. Liquid fluoride thorium reactor are different than molten salt cooled reactors. The liquid fuel for the molten salt reactor was a mixture of lithium, beryllium, or magnesium with a small amount of aluminum and other metals. So again, there's some keywords there. And then over here I've got a diagram. This is a piece of resistive material with electrical contacts on both ends. And so I found a quote what that meant, and it's electrical resistivity, also known as resistivity, specific electrical resistance, or volume resistivity, is a measure of how strongly a material opposes the flow of electric current. Although resistivity indicates a material that readily allows the movement of electric charge. Again, there's some details here. I'm going through them real quick, and then I'll be looking at a formula from all this stuff, okay? So I've got an overview of materials, technologies for space nuclear power by S.J. Zinkel. He talks about pumped liquid metal systems for Mars surface power applications. And it's got a UNNBIZR liquid metal cool reactor. And lithium magnesium comes up again. It's an alloy used with this. And it says neutron and gamma rays. Again, more keywords there. And inventions. I found an invention from ferritic martensite steels for next generation reactors. It's by R.L. Cluey. Include water cooled, gas cooled, and liquid metal cooled reactors. Reactor conditions 4. Delta ferrite can lower toughness, and manganese promotes Chi-phase reaction to produce helium and lithium in the steel. Again, these links will be up on the Victoria Stafford Psychic Investigation. That's the blog that I'm putting up the links and the references to. It's going to take me a while to catch up. I'm still on at line 18A at the very beginning. I just do a few each week because that's the amount of reading that's involved with it. It's better to do just a little bit at a time. So Universal Industrial Gases Inc. came up with nitrogen and 2 properties. Their website's www.uigi.com. And it says properties, uses, and applications of nitrogen gas and nitrogen liquid. Active metals is lithium and magnesium comes up again, titanium, and it talks about cooling reactors. I've got a document from NASA, TMX 3199, factors influencing flexibility. It talks about volume, resistivity, zinc, dendrite, penetration rate, and flexibility, and it talks about NASA has developed a tested a silver-zinc AgZn cell which withstands heat. Next thing that comes up is experimentally derived resistivity for dielectric. And this is from the TRS new JPL NASA.government website. It's from NW Green. And it says resistivity values were experimentally determined using charge storage methods. They were tested for charge storage for NASA at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. I have another NASA file that came out was NASA Technical Report Server, development of a high resistivity, and that's at naca.larc.nasa.government, or gov, sorry. And it talks about October 2011, NASA logo, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. I always wondered what that meant. Now I know. Development of a high resistivity paste for the screen circuit process. Okay. And here's a graph I found about airflow resistivity. I wanted to know what it was, so that's what it looks like. Typical range of airflow resistivity for rock wool products with different production settings. Okay. Another graph here. This says resistivity and density. Typical data for airflow resistivity as a function of density, glass wool, and rock wool. That's what it looks like. Okay, so quote, found a few. Thanks to those who posted these elsewhere. CSR Bradford, Australia has published flow resistivity figures for some of its products. It's talking about, there's the figures there. Okay, NASA study. Again, NASA comes up. There's an Italian site that comes up with some interesting software. It's called Software Walkwood Italia SPA. This is in Italian, but I think you can manage it. It's based on test measures made by the engineering department of the University of Ferrara. Sadly, it stops at 100 and only calculate the absorption coefficients at the normal incidence, but it mentions the specific flow resistivity data of many other products. That is a quote from www.gearsleds.com. Another quote, I may be wrong, but with rales being pascals, m squared, and a pascal being a force of 1 Newton over m squared, the equivalent is greater than 5 rales. Someone please do a dimensional analysis. Okay, I found this in a forum. That's what this is. The concern is, of course, what is meant by greater than. Does it mean near, but below, or we know it will never be this low? Andre. And he posted this in the www.gearsleds.com on the board. What I did was I googled gas flow resistivity, and this is what came up. The next thing I googled was nitrides to find out what they were. And it says uses of nitrides. Like carbides, nitrides are often refractory materials owing to their high lattice energy, which reflects the strong attraction of N3 for the metal cation. Thus, titanium nitride and silicon nitride are used as cutting materials in hard coatings. So my thoughts, February 20th, 2012. We learned about the types of metals found in a nuclear reactor and how they use them for different power sources. Resting rates and electrical circuit data is also coming up in this section along with many important keywords. The Mayas say use lithium plus magnesium for metals. I'm not sure if they're referring to whatever nuclear reaction we'd use for jet propulsions or in reference to the core and the outside of the spaceship. Because originally in my design they said lithium was used on the rotating part, and a mixture of lithium and magnesium is in the alloys used for the spaceship to have it travel through outer space, right? And at the time when I did it, I actually didn't know if that would work or not. So this is kind of a confirmation that it is used in NASA's research, right? There was an invention that came up dealing with heat and metals. I wonder if that's what it means. Quote, resistivity values were experimentally determined using charge storage methods, were tested for charge storage for NASA at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. My thoughts continued. Storage methods in carbon nanotubes came up for the fuel compartments for the UFO and for the space elevator in the past few videos. Make sure you see all of them to get all the data you need to reach your goals. Now these are the tags that came up in this video, and they'll be going on the website. So not only do I put keywords, which I'm building a keyword kind of cross-reference thing, but I'm also putting the name of the documents and stuff that I find. Now this is another little cool thing. It's called Porous Absorber Calculator. It's at www.stanleyhallstudios.co.uk/PACALC. So I thought I'd show you this. I found this on a website, and I thought it'd be very useful for anybody who's a student or anybody who's doing this kind of thing. Or if you're a blogger and you're looking at making calculations based on data that you find, that's a good place to go. And this is the website here. I'm going to tell you the 3 different websites now. I've got the SETI WOW Alien Contact Index ideagirl.blogspot.com. This is the index of all the videos in regards to this signal. And anything to do with the alien contact messages is all going to go on here. It's all going to be on one page, and it's all video numbers. I'm just numbering them, which ones I post. The numbers on here do not coincide with the numbers on the videos, just so you know. I'm up to about 140 videos at the moment, so, and I haven't blogged all of them, just so you know. I've made a brand new website for you. It's called www.skidoo.com/alien-contact-wow-seti-news. And what I'm going to be doing on here is trying to keep track of all these formulas, because I realize I got quite a few of them. Now I haven't started blogging them yet. I've just been blogging what I'm doing on here just to get the site going and talking about how I started doing this and why. And I also have the indexes on there for you, so if you're looking for that, you should be able to find it now. I did do the one on Blogspot, but it didn't seem to be coming up on Google, and Skidoo seems to pick up stuff a little faster sometimes, so I put it up on Skidoo to see if it shows up on the search engines for you, in case you're looking for you know, the links to look at all the videos. This is the other website, Victoria Stafford, a psychedinvestigation.wordpress.com. This is where I've been keeping my research notes for you. It's actually, I've got it listed as paranormal, UFO, ghost stories, and dreams. Okay? I'm also looking for videos and stuff about UFOs and sightings, data from other people on YouTube, not just my own. I also post ghost stories and writers typing tunes. Usually I do heavy metal on this blog. So basically, if you're a blogger and you like to listen to music, I post 30-minute to 1-hour videos for you. I call it my writers typing tunes. I usually build a playlist every day, and I put it up on Twitter. Of course, I was busy today. Tuesdays, I don't do it on Tuesdays, and so there's no playlist for today. Okay, so that's just a quick rundown of where to look for the information. I'm sure you'll be able to find it if you Google Wow Seti alien signal. It'll come up because I'm putting it in the tags as well. Okay? We'll go to the next video now.